Oh, the siege tanks are able to be sieged, which is really good. Most times when I see this siege line get broken, or I see this push get stopped by the Zerg, the reason that the Terran fail is because the Zerg catches their siege tanks not sieged. So the fact that the siege tanks are sieged now, and they're actually sieged in a great spot. So, and look at this, Olive being so smart, he is not unsieging all of his tanks. He's going to unsiege a couple, and I kind of don't think he should have unsieged any of them. But here come the Zerg, and they're going to be, that's a good siege tank spread. And these siege tanks are going to, it looks like, barely fall. So Liquid Hate Pro doing an absolutely phenomenal job of just breaking that Terran line. That was a pretty scary position the Terran were in, and also it was a pretty scary amount of siege tanks he had. And Zerg doing a great job of just keeping the Terran off having a lot of siege tanks, because siege tanks get better the more you have, and he just lost 5. 5 siege tanks, that's so many. And Liquid Hate Pro, his like really important units are the Mutalisks, and then he has Zerglings and Banelings. So Baneling, Muta, and Speedlings is such a good build, but his important unit that he wants to keep alive are the Mutalisks, because these Mutalisks get better and better as the ball gets bigger, and you really want to keep that ball growing, kind of like you want to have increasing siege tanks. And the Zerglings and Banelings are easy to produce and easy to replace, so, and they don't cost very much, so it's okay if you lose some of them, but you really want to keep the Hydras alive, especially by Hydras. I used to do that Starcraft one, call them Muta's Hydras. I don't know why I was so confused. Mutalisks, that's what I meant, with +1 now. Very nice. But you want to keep them alive because you can just keep poking in here. You can do some damage. Looks like there are a few turrets up, but once you get a few more Mutas, you can just walk in here and pretty much one-shot these missile turrets, so they're not going to be that effective. As you can see right now, these Mutas are going to fly away because he doesn't have quite that many. You can see one missile turret doing quite a bit of damage to that Mutalisk. Oh, excuse me. But oh, look at this little drop from the Terran player. He's going to see if he can do any kind of damage. And this Queen going to run out and say, like, hey, look, guys, there's a holy crap, and he's going to run away. And now these Zerglings and Banelings are going to come, and they're going to pretty much, oh, see, okay. So, oh, no. And these Mutas are going to come and just totally clean this up. So, unfortunate for the Terran player that he is going to lose this medevac. Ah, well, it was a good try. Ooh, look at this, another drop coming in right here, and oh, he might actually kill the spawning pool. That'll be decently big, because that's all the tech he has is for Zerglings and Banelings and Mutalisks. So the fact that he was able to stop Zergling production is quite good. Although if you look at the production tab, you can see that 26 Zerglings are morphing right now, because Liquid Hate Pro saw what was going on and was like, well, wasn't gonna get them all now, but I'll get them now because I won't be able to bit. And you can see he already has another spawning pool halfway done. So great reaction time by Liquid Hate Pro. Also getting Zerg Flyer Carapace #1, as well as regular Carapace #1. So his unit's going to be a bit harder to kill. And let's go look at the Terran upgrades really quick. We can see he has +1 attack. He also has stim and combat shields. And he has siege mode for his siege tanks. No attack or armor yet for the siege tanks. And now he is on his own little vendetta against these rocks. And the command center are going to be landing right now, and he's going to be taking his gold. So good macro game shaping up. There was a little bit of harass-oriented stuff, but these Mutas are going to be coming in here now. Oh, I hate it when that happens. That missile turret just barely not getting done. But yeah, shaping up to be quite the good macro game, and that's a decent amount of Ling and Baneling. And a couple. Oh, excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm not even really tired. Although I did stay up and watch the GSL last night, and it was really fun. And there may be a video of the party that I was at. It wasn't like a huge party, but it was, you know, my roommates and I just chilling, and it may be up sometime soon. We decided to video us watching the GSL, which is pretty fun. But let's go back and look at the action, and that's a lot of Marines and a lot of siege tanks. Looks like he's back up to 7 siege tanks. 8 siege tanks, actually. Wow, 9 siege tanks. Never mind. Oh, no! But the Marines are out of position, and he's going to be losing these siege tanks. And these siege tanks are the units that he wants to keep alive. And these Mutas doing such a good job. And this is why Zerg wants to keep the Mutas alive, because they are just so annoying, and they make the Terran stim and run all over the place and just get out of position, and it's so bad. So they just are able to abuse mobility like none other. These stupid mutas. I hate mutas, man. Ugh. Again, because I'm a Terran player, I just hate mutas. But if you're a Zerg player, I'm sure you love them because they're really, really, really good. And look at the really, really good units again. Just walking in there, killing some stuff, running back. Looks like he may have lost a muta. But look at the stim that he just did. That's so much energy. Yeah, these medevacs don't have any energy left because there's a lot of Marines that are getting stemmed. So, and now look at this. It looks like Hey-Pro may be moving out, catching a group of Marines all by themselves. And it looks like all those Marines are gonna. Holy crap! Just a few Marines are left. And they're very happy to be alive. Oh, look at that. Looks like a Thor is out now. Thor is very, very good against mutas, especially muta balls. So that's going to make defending against those mutas a little bit better. When I play Terran, I kind of actually like just having a Thor like here, and having a Thor here, and having, not really so much here, but yeah, having like a Thor in your main somewhere. Because that way you can just kind of deflect the muta ball pretty easily, and then you can focus more on attacking. And if they do counter with mutas, it's okay because you have Thors. You just gotta repair them. A lot of stims going down, and by stims I mean scans. Almost the same thing. Look at this huge little arc that Liquid Hey-Pro is trying to get. And he has infestors out, and he was able to get that nice fungal down, which killed quite a few Marines. And the Terran is going to be pushing out just a little bit. And I like this placement of this Thor right now. Only one Thor. Mainly focusing just on getting those siege tanks, which are his money unit, as I said. But really focusing on getting them. And this Thor being right here is just going to really make these mutas think twice. And even if the mutas run up, they can probably kill the Thor. But he will lose so many mutas, and they will be so hurt that it'll just be, it'll be a sad day. So looks like the Terran going to be pushing in a little bit. I'm going to drink water before the battle happens. Okay, here we go. Looks like, oh no, Broodlords are out. And here's, look at those fungals. Oh, amazing. And here comes the Banelings. They're going to go, oh, wow. Liquid Hey-Pro, you are so good. You are so good. And now only siege tanks are left, and these mutas are going to come in and clean up all of them, I believe. And, these Marines are able to save 2 siege tanks. But, so many siege tanks lost. And now there are Broodlords, and he's morphing more, and he has infestors, and wow. Liquid Hey-Pro, he has like everything possible. And I just looked at the production tab, and I saw that he had like 50-something odd Zerglings being made. So this is the strength of the Zerg, able to stockpile larvae, and he is back to maxed almost, 185. And the Terran player, you can see, is at 114. So Olive in, I would say, a bit of trouble right now. Not able to reproduce as fast as his Zerg counterpart. And Hey-Pro, I'm going to be interested to see what he does here, what his attack strategy is going to be, because he is definitely the one who's ahead. What he actually may do is he may just, yeah, you can see his larvae is stockpiling already. This is probably what he's going to do, is just chill for a sec. He knows he's ahead. He's about max, so he is just going to let his larva build up again. And once his larva is sufficiently saturated, then, and you can see he's expanding all over the place too. Holy crap. Look at the mini-map. Oh, Liquid Hey-Pro, you're so good. Olive putting up quite a good fight, but he's just so far behind at this point. I mean, he is back up to 150 supply, and he's doing his best. He's dropping here, trying to put pressure on little hatcheries and stuff. But there's just so much stuff for Hey-Pro. Up at 193 supply. And, yeah, 193 supply. And saves the hatchery with 8 hit points left. Oh my gosh. Hey-Pro, sick. You are so sick. So good. And you can see there's so many Broodlords and Infestors at full energy. And, oh man, this is gonna be pretty awful. Okay, well, let's just watch this. This is gonna be an absolute disaster. Looks like just good old 1A going on, throwing some fungals down, and everything the Terran has is just getting absolutely demolished. Not a chance at all. And broken arrow. He is overrun. He is totally done. and I expect GG any moment. And, well, not a GG, but he does leave. So a victory, another victory for Team Liquid. Good job. I hate